Y'all, welcome back. We're gonna start out fishing here. We're gonna see if we can't find a fish or two at this location. I don't know if we will or not. There should be fish here. My fear is we're just gonna run into a bunch of smallmouth bass that are 2 inches long. Well, probably bigger than that, but we barely hit the water and had a bite already. Basically, what happens this time of year, it can be overran by a really small smallmouth. In these bodies of water, there's a fish, and it's a small smallmouth. First cast, little smallmouth. Not gonna make me the happiest. Rule of life. What's going on, brother? Good morning. Good morning. We are hopefully gonna catch some crappies today at a different location. Now, I've caught crappies here before, but it doesn't mean I'm gonna catch them today. So we'll see what happens. We're gonna throw a bobber and a jig out there for one setup, and then we're gonna throw urchins and everything else out there. Because I feel like I can more efficiently fish with. There went another bite. Like I said, I think we're gonna be overran by smallmouth, tiny smallmouth, too. See, overran by them. But 2 casts, 2 fish. I'm using jigs, Crappie Man jigs, real life jigs, and jigs made by Release today. I'm using a combination of everybody's jigs today, just because I feel like I can do that. I didn't title the yeah, they can be when they're that small. When they're that small, they can definitely be stacked like that. The issue is they're small, and it becomes a nuisance more than anything. Because, I mean, you're fishing for trout, you're fishing for bass, you're fishing for, crappies, and all you're catching are little trophies like that big. So, yeah, they definitely can be stacked like that. Yesterday, I caught that 4-pound smallie. That was a nice smallie. All right, let's see if we can't get that second rod out there. Nope, there's another one. Overran by smallmouth, unfortunately. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. So that's part of the reason why it's hard to fish this area this time of year. Is just if you're lucky enough to catch a crappie or a trout, then you feel good about it. But unfortunately, when you have an overpopulation of smallmouth in an area, you don't find the trout, you don't find the crappies. So it definitely can be frustrating. That was a pretty good live you did yesterday, Reel. Watch this urchin get destroyed by a smallie, and I'm going to move to another area. What's up, fat cat? How you doing? Yep, missed him already. But that doesn't surprise me at all. It's just stacked with little bitty babies. Spunky, what's going on? Decided to give the crappies a rest today. I was headed up into the mountains to do some trout fishing, but the The road was closed to the lake, so I didn't get to. What's up, Blue? Another beautiful day is right. Another beautiful day is right. We actually threw out there and didn't get destroyed by a smallie. Nice. I like that. Yeah, it does. It definitely does. If push comes to shove, I'm going to go to Haystack and see if I can't hook a couple more of them largemouth that I've been hooking over there. They've been some really decent small or largemouth over there. Yeah. Missing them, they got to be small. They got to be small. Smallmouth. Basically, we're just fan casting an area, throwing a float and a jig out there, and hopefully we're going to catch some. The goal is to catch crappie today, but at a different area. Instead of going to the fish hatchery, we're going to the other spot. So we've already got what, 2, 3 smallmouth. Nothing worth bragging about, but a fish nonetheless. I'd be happy if that's the only couple smallmouth I catch today. It means it gives me an opportunity to catch other fish. And basically here, we'll fish, take a few casts, then we'll move down, keep moving and moving until we find the crappies or trout or whatever be the case. It's time to move, I think. We've gotten a couple fish out of this spot, and we can move on to the next. Can you see the water? Yeah, you can see the water today here. There you go. It's kind of brown up here towards the dam for some reason. I don't know why that is. But it's brown instead of green like it is over at the other spot. So, what the... Somebody time this fool out. I'm sick of this crap. This ain't that type of channel. Grow up. This channel's a good, clean, family-friendly freaking channel. And idiots like you ain't got nothing better to do than to troll me. What's your problem? Next spot, not very far away, because it's kind of a cast and move kind of scenario. A few cast in, then move. The best within. How you doing today? If we're catching these other species, we can stay longer in an area. But yep, he's out. We shouldn't have to put up with that garbage. We really shouldn't. Howl like a... Nah, that's okay, I'll pass. I ain't gonna howl like no Sasquatch. Besides, Sasquatch don't exist. Bigfoot does. There's a fish. Oh, nope, he didn't come off. I thought he came off. He's there. Another micro smallmouth. But that doesn't surprise me, y'all. We're overran by them right now. If I was over at the crappie hatchery, I don't think I'd be worried about the smallmouth too much. But we decided to do something different. It's the same lake, just a different area. People are telling me they can't catch crappies over to this area. And you can, because I've done it. So basically what we're doing is trying to catch a crappie and show everybody you can catch them over here at this spot. What are you guys doing today? What are you guys fishing for today? Hopefully you guys are going to be catching some fish or doing something you like today. I'm doing what I like to do, but I'm not fishing where I want to be fishing today. I wanted to be fishing for trout. But I'm fishing for whatever bites at this point. Scope of protection, huh? Saying in the cool today, G-Man. Oh, yeah? I may go out later on and catch a catfish or two. Nice. Nice. That'd be fun. Catch some catfish. I'm supposed to be going catfishing maybe next weekend. everything works out, I might go catfishing next weekend. Danger. 100 degrees plus in Oklahoma, yeah. That don't surprise me none. I spent some time in Oklahoma growing up. My dad's family's from Oklahoma. I grew up in Missouri, but I got to spend some time in Oklahoma. One more cast with the float rig, and we'll move to the next spot. Sounds like a good time. It does sound like a good time. Catching some chan. What you gonna be trying to catch? Chans or flats or blue? Real? Or all three? Finally got a cool spell there in California, blue. That's nice. It means the trout will start biting pretty quick, huh? And then you'll be out chasing them. We've had a real mild summer so far. We got rain yesterday. Not a lot, but we got rain yesterday. Either of them, huh? Nice. Gotcha. That's always a good plan. Just go out there, fish for all three species, so you don't get disappointed when you don't catch the one individual species, you know? That's why when I go out fishing, I use baits that'll catch multiple species, because I don't want to be disappointed when I go out and not catch the desired species. I just go out looking to catch a good time, so I try not to disappoint myself. I feel like this is like the best spot to really catch trout. That trout I caught yesterday, it wasn't a surprise, but it was a surprise. Just because I wasn't confident that the urchin was going to get the trout, but after yesterday, I'm confident in the urchin for all species of fish at this point. Leaving now, so it'll be time to start fishing again, huh? Sweet. But that's not always good for business when the tourisms leave. James, what's going on? Michigan. Oh yeah, I want to go to Michigan. I want to go catch some fish in Michigan. Oh yeah. I want to go to Michigan, fish for some of them fish over there, for sure. What you guys got? Lake Erie for the is that where they catch those landlocked salmon? Is Lake Erie? And that in Michigan? I think so. All right, time to move to the next spot. That would be cool to go catch some of them landlocked Chinooks. I won't call them a king salmon, but because to me they're not a king. They do like all the other salmon. They live, they die. You know, they live, they spawn, they die. So I don't call him a king. To me, of the salmonoid species, the one that I really consider one I would consider a king would be the steelhead, because they can go back and forth from fresh to salt a couple times, so they have a longer lifespan than a chinook. So to me, if I was going to pick anything to be considered a king, it would be that 3-inch urchin, double. Dude caught a massive bass on the thing. Big one worked too. Big ones work too. Yeah, I'm sure they do. I haven't used the big ones yet, though. I've only used the small ones. I do have a couple of bigger ones. I just haven't used them. We're gonna set our depth a little bit deeper. He did not rig the urchin correct. Lost it on that one big largemouth. Oh yeah. All right, one rod's out. Today's just casting and moving until we find what we're looking for. And if we don't find what we're looking for, we won't get disappointed. We will not get disappointed. 2 gones! I don't know how long I'm going to be here. I might land up at Haystack fishing for largemouth here. But people are catching crappies down the way at the Sacred Rock, Paul. I'm just, I'm not going to battle. There's a fish. Another little smallmouth. Does not surprise me at all. I guess we could count smallmouth if we wanted to bad enough. That's number, what, 3 or 4 for the morning. Come on. Spit it out. Spit it out. He took that thing in. He was aggressive. Up there. He gone. Didn't even get to kiss him. He was like, I'm gone. I'm out of here. I'm like, fine and be gone, fish. Be gone. Is Alex with you? No. He's not with me. His son's in town. So I was hoping that he's gonna come out, but I didn't even call him. I didn't call nobody. I should have, but I didn't. I was headed up into Walton Lake, and it was a nasty. So I was like, I had to turn around because I couldn't even go to the lake because it was closed. The road's closed to the lake. I'm not happy about it because I wanted to go trout fishing today. I mean, I could have turned around and went 2 hours north of here or south of here. I'm already here. So I figured, why not? Oh, there's another one. There's another one. Bigger one. Biggest one of the day so far. 5 smallies. 5 smallies. 5 smelly smallies. Let it go. No size to them. No size to them. But they're smallies. And we're catching them. And we might have to catch 500 little ones just to get one big one. You never know. I label this fishing because that's what I'm doing. I'm not really... Trust me, I want to catch some crappies away from the Sacred Rock to prove to people that you don't have to fish the rock to catch crappies. Oh, missed him. I won't be too disappointed if I don't get any, though. Yeah. Do crappies school? Yeah, they school. That's why you catch so many of them. When you find the schools of them, that's why you find them in numbers. That's how come I'm able to catch 100 of them some days, because I find the school of them, and then I just pound that school until I'm done fishing. Some parts of the year they can be spread out. Like if you get them early in the year, they can be spread out, not be in numbers. But for the most part, if you find the right structure in the right area, you're going to find the schools of them. You're not just going to find one or two. You're going to find schools. So that's why I know if I can find them here close to the dam, I'll be all right. So that's why I'm not staying too long in one spot. If I'm not getting the action I want, I'm moving. And I may not be moving very far, but that's what I'm doing, is I'm casting a few casts. If I'm not catching a crappie or a decent bass, I'm moving. I feel like if I don't want to catch dinks all day, a bass. So if I'm in the nursery of the bass, then I'm moving. I don't want to stay in that area for very long. To where crappie are different. If you find small crappie, eventually you're going to find a big one in that school. But luckily for me this year, I haven't had any issues with finding decent sized crappies. Like yesterday, I probably caught 20 crappie over a pound. Really nice crappies. See, I got the float rig out there because it constantly moves. It's not staying in one area. So basically what I'm using that for is a finder rig. And so I'll throw it out there and I'll let the wind and the waves and do all that stuff do all the work for me with that. And then if I'm not getting the desired species, I'm moving. If I find one crappie, I'm going to hit that spot more. All right, let's move to the next spot, which will be just, a few feet down. It won't be, 100 yards. It'll just be a few feet. Because you don't have to move a mile every time you move. That's how you dissect the water, is by covering water. So that's why I use the float rig. It covers water, and it helps me to dissect it a lot quicker because it's constantly moving. If that makes any sense to you guys, it does to me. I'm really enjoying that 6-inch fluke style bait by Z-Man. That thing is freaking getting tore up by the largemouth bass. I'm really enjoying it because I've used fluke style baits in the past, and just I've caught fish off of them, but not the quality fish like I've been hooking into on them. So well, I was gonna walk past this spot, but I'm gonna go ahead and hit it. What? Oh, ow! Ow, that was slick. Whew. Whew, that was slick. I about freaking ate it. I did not expect that to be that freaking slick. Whew, ouch. That's okay. We're not dead. Far from the heart. I'm trying, I'm trying. All right, let's get the float rig out first. And we'll get the casting rod out. Okay. Whew. He didn't. I never listen. I hit view 101 on my. Nice, right on. Heck yeah. View 101, nice. Well, I missed something there. I don't know if it was very big, but I missed something. Let everybody else have the hatchery today. Yeah, I'd be happy too. We're almost to a million views, y'all, on this YouTube channel. Almost to a million. Last time I checked, we're at 900 and something thousand views. So we're getting there. I don't talk too much about accolades. Maybe I should. It's probably on your side that I'm cutting in and out because the feed's good on my end. So you might want to get out and get back in because it's probably your feed. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm okay. I didn't hurt myself. I just slipped a little bit and got my balance and back to fishing. I never hit view 101. Oh yeah, before. First time, nice. Hey, there's a first time for everything, I reckon, right? I got him. I got him. I got him. Little bitty tyke. 6 smallies, y'all. All babies. All babies. Let him go. We're gonna move to the next spot after I finish working this bait in on the other rod. We're not spending a whole lot of time anywhere until we find what we're looking for, or we're just done beating water. I gotta get my urchin back. It come off. I see it floating right there. So I'm going to use my longer rod and try to get it back. I didn't know they floated. Being honest with you guys, I didn't know they floated, but they float. All right, you guys, let's move. I got my urchin back. Go ahead and move on to the next spot, y'all. It's taking, well, it might take until 8 years to get that millionth view, though. I doubt it's going to take till then, but it's taken me 7 years to almost get the 1,000,000 views. So I know I ain't hitting no trends or no virals. So I don't know if I'll ever get to 1,000,000. Well, I know I will eventually, but you guys get what I'm saying, right? All right, got you guys set back up, I hope. Good enough. See, in each spot, I'm not moving that far. I'm just moving far enough to cover more area of water without moving miles and miles away. Because sometimes those fish may only be 30 feet further down than what you're cat fishing. So you don't always have to move a mile downriver or down the bank, you guys. I feel like, oh, just missed one. I feel like every time we get close to rocks or structure, we got a good chance of catching a crappie or something. So now we're by these big rocks. I feel like maybe we'll get a crappie. Missed that fish. A lot of bites going on in this little area. And it seemed like it's going to be little bitty bass. One more. He gone. All right. Seb, Kia, something or other. Where am I from? I'm from Oregon. Oregon. Did I get him? I don't think so. He's not still bouncing it. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. So I went to no confidence with the urchin bait to having 100% confidence in the urchin bait. I feel like that urchin bait is now every bit of what people say it is. You know? But maybe it's just because fish haven't seen it a whole lot and they haven't gotten used to it yet. Poland? You're from Poland? Wow. There's a fish. That don't feel like no bass. That feels more like a... Oh, it's just a bigger bass. It is a bass. My bad. Must have been wishing for a crappie. Ended up being a bass. Another smallmouth. What kind of fish do you catch in Poland? That's what I want to know too. What kind of fish you catch in Poland? One more cast in this spot and then we'll move. Carp, pike, and others. Unless we catch something different than a smallmouth, we're moving after this cast. All right, guys, let's move to the next spot. We're fishing. We fish for crappie, trout, bass, catfish. There's a nibble, and I missed him. No, yeah, I missed him. Time to move though. That was probably just a bass, a small one. Don't do a lot of carp fishing or pike fishing here. Not a area for really fishing for carp or pike. And sturgeon fishing, we do some sturgeon fishing here too. Not at this particular body of water, but we do. We're not spending a lot of time in any spot unless we're catching what we want to catch. So, because we may find a spot where the fish that we want to catch is holding up and we'll start catching them. We may not. All these rocks are normally underwater, but they're out of water right now because of the irrigation. Get set up here and we'll start fishing again. Seems like every spot I have to adjust the tripod because of location. Lee Stanless, what's going on? Yep, it is. Truly. Truly is. I may land up going up on top of that rock and fishing off of it. I don't know yet. We'll see. We'll see. Well, we'll see. Oh, there's a fish. Oh, I lost him. Nope, he's still there. Another little micro bass. Micro bass. Let it go. Too close to that rock. Reel it in, throw it back out there a little bit to the left of it. A little bit to the left of it. Where we need it to be. Okay, this is irritating. At this particular point, son of a freaking jackal. Okay, we're good now. Back to fishing. All right. That time we didn't cast basically on top of the rock. All right. I missed him. That was quick. There he is. There he is. Another little micro bass. When they hit that quick, they generally are micros. All competing for food. Let them go. All right. Got another micro. Oh, he come off. This day's getting more and more frustrating. And it shouldn't be. It really freaking shouldn't be. It really shouldn't be this frustrating. We're going to go check out that rock real quick and see if we can safely move over onto it. And maybe we'll go fish off that rock and see if we can't find some crappies. We're gonna leave the rods and everything right here because I don't want to fall and break a rod or whatever. Can't make it without getting wet, you guys. So we're gonna scratch that idea and not go over there. So we'll probably end up going over there because I feel like we can make it. We'll go over with the camera and backpack and stuff first, and then we'll come back for the rods and move them over there too. I don't know if we'll catch anything off those rocks, but we're gonna give it a go, you guys. We're gonna give it a go. We're gonna walk over here with the camera and backpack. And this spot's still pretty sludgy for the water going down. Knowing my luck, I'll fall and break my noggin, but oh well, life goes on. If I die, no big deal. It really isn't. The stuff I go through, it really doesn't matter if I get hurt or not. It really don't. So, just the way it is. Oh, there's a snake. Big old bull snake, y'all. We don't want to play with him. And I thought we might run into one of those at some point today. I just didn't know when or how. All right, yeah, we'll get over here and get set up on Snake Rock Island. That's what we're gonna call it. Snake Rock Island. You guys. Set you guys up here. And then I will go get my rods and come back. And I'll leave you guys looking at the lake while I go get my stuff. Thank you guys for joining us today. Hit that like, comment, subscribe, and share. And remember to catch, kiss, and release a fish once in a while. It ensures a future fishery for all. That's freaking go, you guys. All right, we're back. Ooh, that was quite the hike. Jody, what's going on? Ooh, quite the hike. Quite the hike. Whew. All right, let's see if we can't get a fish off of Snake Island. Yeah, it's definitely could be AI, Jody. Definitely could be. You never know. There's a fish. You just never know. Another little smallmouth. Of course, if it was AI, I'd put bigger. I'd make AI bigger fish than this. Let guys go. Let it go. Yep. How you doing, Joe? So far, it's been Dinkville. Just a bunch of little fish so far. But that's okay. A fish is a fish, even if it's a small. I did, however, bring worms this time. Something I normally don't bring with me when I go fishing. But I'm afraid that I would just waste my time by catching small little bass, which is fine, but, you know, we also want to catch other fish other than small little fish. And we don't want to get bit by whatever kind of snake that was. I'm sure it's oh, there's a fish. There's a fish biting on the float rig too. Oh, we're gonna get doubled up. Yep, doubled up, doubled up, you guys. On micro bass. Dang it. There's one. He gone. There's two. He gone. Whoa, 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 whoa. James Ray, what's going on? Hopefully next month the Atlantic salmon will start hitting the stillhead. Have been hitting this week. Nice, nice, nice. Heck yeah, I love a good stillhead run. I love a good stillhead run. Oh, there's a fish. There's a fish. Oh, he gone. And of course it wraps up against my other pole. It's just been one of those freaking days, y'all. For real. For real. It's been one of those days. Yep, already. Huh. Yep, he's on there. But that's all they are. There's dink masters. I'm going to end up catching 100 freaking bass today, and they're all going to be micro size. Let them go. Gator Gun, what's going on? What's up, man? Days of summer, yep. Fishing is gonna be tough. That's true. That's true. Ghost, what's going on? I think I just saw a sea monster. Careful. Thanks. I'll be as careful as I can with these freshwater monsters. Did I miss him? I think I missed him. Yep, I missed him. There's a fish. Bigger fish. A lot bigger fish. Oh yeah, we got a good one on now. It's a big one. We got a big one on, you guys. Oh yeah. We got a big fish on, you guys. We got a big one. It's probably a big old smallmouth is what it feels like. Big old smallmouth. What it feels like. Big old smallmouth. I can't guarantee it's a smallmouth, but that's what it feels like. Very distinct fight. Very distinct fight. Oh my goodness, he's big. He's big. He's big. He's big. Hopefully it's not that. Hopefully that's not an 8-pounder. Hopefully that's not an 8-pounder, because there's been an 8-pounder caught out here this year already. I had to move this other line in. I got something. I got a big one. It's not fighting like a trout, you guys. I'm on, yeah, I got a big one. Feels like a big old smallmouth is what it feels like. Big old smallmouth it feels like. I haven't seen him yet, so I don't know for sure it's a smallmouth, but I'm certain it's a smallmouth. Nah, it's not going to be a catfish. We don't have catfish that big in this lake. We only have little bullhead catfish. I mean, it'd be cool if it was a big catfish, but highly unlikely out of this reservoir. I'm using 4-pound test. I can't muscle him in, you guys. I've got to take my time with him so he don't break me off. He's running like he's going to jump. 4-pound test, ultralight. You should stop smoking. It's getting bad there. Yeah, I hear you. I should, huh? I should. Hopefully that's not an 8-pound smallmouth. I mean, I'd welcome it, but that's a little bit much for the size rod I'm using and line I'm using. Oh my goodness, this may be a PB smallmouth. Might be a PB smallmouth, y'all. Ooh. I live for these days, though. I live for these things, though. This is why I fish, y'all. Light line, big fish. Can't go wrong with that. Cowboy Joe, what's going on? Nah, it's not fighting like a trout. If it was a trout, I'd know it by now. I really believe it's a big old smallmouth. Bigger than the one I caught yesterday. I caught a 4-pound smallmouth yesterday. Yep, big old smallmouth, giant smallmouth. Giant smallmouth, guys. Giant smallmouth. Oh my God, you guys. Oh my goodness. Freaking giant smallmouth. Just like I thought. Giant smallmouth. Come on, get away from the rocks. You guys see him? Come on, get over here. Folks want to see you. You guys see that smallmouth? Look at the size of him. Woo-wee. That's a big one. Yes, I did. That is an absolute giant, y'all. Oh. Stowed my bait, but that's an absolute giant, you guys. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh my goodness, you guys. He done went and messed with the wrong fisherman. He done went and messed with the wrong fisherman today. Okay. Woo-wee. Check out the size of that behemoth. Oh my goodness. Big old chunky belly. Woo-wee. Beautiful, beautiful fish, you guys. Mwah. Let's let her go. Eric, what's going on, brother? West Texas, what's going on? It's had smallmouth for a long time, y'all. We're going to let this beautiful girl go. We don't want to kill her. We want her to get bigger. Mwah. Later. Yeah. Let's freaking go, you guys. Yeah. About 5 pounds. Yeah, I would say about 5. I don't have a weight. A skiller, but woohoo. Release to the grease urchin. Giant bass number 2. The other giant was yesterday, but that was only a 4-pounder. That was every bit of 5, maybe 6. I doubt it was 6 though. Thank you, Mo Styles. So far, we've gotten like 10 smallies, and that's it. All smallmouth. Most of them been that big though, till we got that one. We got an absolute giant. All right, let's put on a new bait and get back out there, you guys. And to think, I was getting ready to move. I was getting ready to move to another spot. And then all of a sudden she hit, and I'm like, you know what? A few more casts won't hurt none. That was on the white diamond, y'all. But we're going to do the chartreuse one this time. Chartreuse. Mark. Really nice, man. I've been living on Lake Cumio, Balago, Italy for 2 months now, and I've been fishing almost every day. I get out there early in the morning to my rowing, and swimming. Oh yeah, right on. Fishing a lake with bass in them when really the bass shouldn't be here, but they are. Thank you, Mo. I will pin that. All right, let's get back to trying to catch more fish on the urchin and other baits. We've got release the grease baits, real life baits, and crappie man baits. Basically all we're using today. It does sound sweet for sure. And basically all I did when I caught that was threw it out there, let it set for a minute. That way it sinks so far. And I just twitch it up, reel in the slack, and let it set. Twitch it up, reel in the slack, let it set. Because they're not set time, that's when it's falling back down in the water column. And so we like to do that because a lot of times those fish you hit it on a drop. They call it a drop. So a lot of times they'll hit it on a drop. All these waters are from the mountain. Nice. Swiss and Italy Alps. Right on. How far are you away from the salt water there, Mark? Oh, there's a fish. That's not a big one, but I just had my drag loose because of that giant one I caught. Another little baby. Another little baby. Pretty little baby. I'm so in love with you. Let her go. Whoops. Hit my line. On the outgo. Oh, that one hit as soon as it hit the water. Yep. Missed him again. Yeah, it's 11 now. Spot snatcher. I just caught a 5-pound smallmouth. Let it go. Well, today they're calm. A lot of times they're not. It is a big smallie. Well, there's an 8-pound smallmouth caught out here this year. Spot snatcher. Somebody caught an 8-pound smallie out of here. There's a fish. Small one, but it's a fish. Ferg, what's going on, brother? We did catch a pretty good sized smallmouth there today. Oh yeah, that's right. That does make 12, huh? 12 small, 11 small smallmouth and one giant. And that's the thing about fishing is you never know what you're going to get. Yeah, it'd be cool if you came out here. I want to go down there to Louisiana, catch some of them specks and reds. Meta glass, man. I don't think you could catch your... Dude, what's your problem? Man, you just... Why do people have to be that way, you know? My primary residence is in the Adirondack Mountains region of New York. The fish up here is also very good. Many lakes and many streams, bass, trout, salmon, pickerel, northern pike, and muskellunge. Oh yeah? That one barely hit the water. And you got an overabundance of smallmouth micros if they're hitting it as soon as it hits the water. They're all competing for the same bait. Thank you, I appreciate that. I think it's beautiful too. It is a very nice spot. It is pretty clean, yeah. Right now it's a little algaed up though. So it's not as clear as it would be if it was colder. Mark G-Man definitely has one of the coolest backgrounds. Yeah, I try to keep it nice for you guys and cool. I missed him. I thank the good Lord for making the... There we go, we got him. Little bitty guy, little bitty guy. That's the primary size we've been catching this morning, y'all. Kevin, what's going on? Let that one go. All right, be safe. Possible for you and for me and for all in this chat. Beautiful world. Yep. It is a beautiful world. I have to say so much. If I do say so myself, it is a very beautiful world. For sure. What is the air temperature? It's probably around 80. I would say probably around 80 right now. It's getting warm. It's definitely getting warm. It's still kind of early in the day. It's only like 9:40 or so here, so it's still pretty early. But it's definitely getting warm. It's supposed to be a warm day today. Some people would say 85, 89 isn't that hot, but it's pretty warm. Considering we've had a really mild summer, 80 something is pretty warm. There's a fish. Another little micro smallie. Micros. Let it go. Just fan casting the area. Trying to give myself as many opportunities as I can to catch fish. You guys. Oh. Trying not to fall over. There's a fish. Another micro. Micros at their best. Micros at their best. Let them go. The temperatures here at Lake Como, Bill, however he said, has been in the 80s and 90s almost every day for 2 months. Yeah. I think this might be the last cast in this spot so we can keep moving. Because I want to keep moving. This is the longest I've spent in a spot today. Every other spot I've just taken about a dozen casts and then moved on. What kind of fish? Oh yeah, that's right. You said pike and stuff like that. That's right. Okay. Carp. All right, let's move. Uh, Good luck. Thank you. That doesn't seem to be anyone other than you fishing in this area. No, there's other people down the way. And at the other spot I normally fish. It just so happens that right now, in this area, I'm the only one fishing in this area. Moving to the next spot. Sometimes there's a lot of people. Sometimes there's a little bit of people. Right now, there's just not as many people for some reason. All right, I gotta hook this other rod up. Hold on, you guys, before we start moving. Don't want it to be more of a headache than it needs to be. I didn't realize it wasn't hooked up. But the reason why it wasn't hooked up was because I hooked that big fish. I pulled it in and just didn't pay any attention to it afterwards. Try right here for a little bit. Take a few casts. Dr. Mark. So you're a doctor? All right. Crazy. What's going on? How is the water levels low? They're low. I mean, they're not really low considering that it's a reservoir and they fluctuate it that way. Anyways, but it's low. I mean, it's just what happens with the reservoir, you know. They fluctuate it so they can get their water out of it for the farms. What it boils down to. Yep, they do. They do. That way they can harvest their crops and stuff. So whether it's hay or wheat or carrots or onions or mint, they definitely need them. Need the water for sure. There we go. Little one. Little tyke. Little tyke. He just threw something out when I was reeling him in. Bit off more than he could chew. Let it go. When will you see fall salmon in the Deschutes? They should be starting to get up there now at some point. Usually late August, September, usually a pretty good bet for them. So realistically, they should be. That one hit as soon as they hit the water. Realistically, they should be starting to target them a little bit. I'll be looking forward to the steelhead, not so much the salmon. I always look forward to the steelhead. Steelhead's usually middle of September till to the end of December. On the Deschutes. At least where I'm at. Like further down, they start getting them in July and August. Further down on the river. But up where I'm at, we don't. There's a fish. We don't get them until about the middle of September. And if they are there sooner, I haven't caught them sooner than that. Bro. That was not cool. He just threw a bunch of crud on me. Let him go. Yeah, I'm in Warm Springs actually. All right, let's move to the next spot. I'm done with this spot. Joe, what's going on? That would be great. Live bait. Oh, yeah? You ever fish for kokanee? Yeah, I do. I like Billy. Yeah, I do. Well, we've caught a few more, but I don't have a score counter no more. Albie, thanks for joining us, buddy. We did catch a 5-pound smallie earlier, so, but most of them have been tiny tykes. Tiny tykes. But that's okay. Tiny ones work just like big ones do. Whoa. This shallow flat ain't gonna be no crappie area, that's for sure. Might catch some smallies, but we ain't gonna catch no crappies, I don't think, here. That's okay, we'll take a few casts and see what happens. We might catch another giant smallmouth. We might not. We could catch a trout realistically too here. Probably not gonna catch any crappies though. We're not really fishing for crappies today, but we're hoping we'll find some at some point. Once we get closer to the dam. Every spot I've tried today has been no bueno for the crappies. So I think a lot of people were probably hoping I'd be fishing the crappie hatchery again, but not today. I let everybody else have it on Saturdays. Everybody else on Saturdays, I get it on Fridays if I can get out here. Oh, there's a fish. Little tyke again. Little tyke. Plenty of them little tykes in here. Michael. I'm fishing Oregon at Ochoco Reservoir in Central Oregon. Your fish on the hardest time right now, yeah. I get that, but you know, that's part of being a content creator, you know. We fish no matter what because our, YouTube is our job, and so we try to fish as often as possible for YouTube because we want people to get enjoyments out of it. My Bears come on in 3 minutes. Oh yeah, you got to be watching the Bears preseason game. They're going to be Indiana Bears next year, aren't they? Or the year after, or something like that. They're moving to Indiana anyways. So they're going to have the Indianapolis Colts and Indiana Bears. That just stinks, man. Your team's leaving Chicago. My team's leaving Missouri. What the? We're going to have to switch teams together, I guess. Because both of our teams are leaving our states. Yeah, they came out a while ago saying they're definitely moving to Indiana, which makes no sense at all. What's up, Cleveland? How you doing? We're not fishing the hatchery today, so we're not going to catch 100 crappies today. I don't know if we'll catch any crappie today, to be honest with you. All right, let's move. We're going to make one more move and then we're going to get off here and probably maybe go to another lake or something and fish. I don't know yet. I always hope, yep. That's how I feel about my Chiefs. I hope they decide not to leave Missouri, but the other place they're moving is building them a new $3 billion stadium. And that's why they're leaving, because of the stadium. They're building a dome for them. What's going on, Real Outdoors? We're not fishing the hatchery today. We're just fishing. That breeze is nice. Get that breeze going. Yeah, I caught that bass. Yep, Kansas City Chiefs are moving. The Chicago Bears are moving. So it's just kind of an irritating situation at this point for me with my Chiefs. And I know it's got to be that way for Albie and his Bears. Oh yeah, doing that nasty work thing, huh? That's no bueno. It's Saturday. You're supposed to be enjoying your Saturday, not working. We're gonna go over to that rock point right there. You see sticking up? We're gonna make a few casts and then we're gonna get off this live stream and maybe go fish another body of water today or something. I don't know. Yep, the Bears too. They're moving to Indiana. They're gonna be the Indiana Bears. Yep. All right, we're gonna see if we can't do some last minute live stream heroics here. See if we can't figure out where the crappies are. I know they're here somewhere. I'm just not finding them for whatever reason. For whatever reason. It's probably because I'm not fishing the hatcheries why I'm not finding them. Oh, missed him. Must have been a smallmouth because it hit as soon as it hit the water. The crappies do that too if they're in a big enough school. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. There's a little one. Oh, he come off. All them little bitty smallmouth, thinking that they got something to prove. See, I don't even have TV, so I don't even watch football. I just watch highlights on YouTube. Little tyke again. Plenty of smallies. Plenty of smallies. Just they're all from the nursery. Nothing wrong with the nursery, I guess. Nothing wrong with the nursery, I guess. I think it's gonna be another one of them long days. You guys. I really do. I wonder who wrote the book of fishing. Because it's just not working out right now. I mean, it is because I'm catching fish, but Not really catching anything worth bragging about. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this micro fishing for bass. I hope. That one hit as soon as it hit the water and I missed him. I generally do miss them if they hit as soon as it hits the water for some reason. There's one. There's one. Number, I don't know, probably 20 for the morning. Probably number 20 for the morning. We stopped keeping count, so I'm sure it's number 20 for the morning. Flying bass. Beer Coops, what's going on, man? Glad you could join us. Thrag, what's going on? All right, we're going to switch up modes a little bit, throw a jig and a bobber out there a little bit, just to see a little different, and then we're going to get off here. Then we're going to get off here. We're going to catch something worthwhile. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your day. Hopefully you guys are going to go out and catch some fish at some point. There we go. Got a little guy. But that's all they are, is little. That's all they are. 351. He gone. He back into the water. Do you remember me, G? I've seen the name, yeah. I can't say that I know you, but I mean, I've seen you in here a couple times for sure. Javier. There's another. Yeah. Anywho. 351, huh? Real? I don't think I got that many fish for today. But I've got a few. Any luck? Yeah. I've caught one 5-pound smallie and about 25 small smallies. Caught a lot of fish today, but only one of them that was big. Yeah. I'm just not sure that I'm pronouncing it right. It's Javier, right? I just like mispronouncing people's names. I don't want to be rude to people. Oh, missed him. Okay, Javier then. All right. I thought that's how you said it, but I wasn't real sure. Missed him. They're all just micro bass. Alan, what's going on? Just using crappie jigs. Just a lot of crappie jigs. I caught that big smallie on an urchin bait. Missed another one. Yeah, I know. I've seen Cleveland in here a few times. I've never seen him in here. I'm subbed to him, he's subbed to me. We're about to get off this live stream and maybe go fish another lake. There's another small one. This one's a little feistier though. A little feistier because it's a little bit bigger. Not much bigger, but it's a little bigger. Hook size, I'm using a size 8 owner hook on the float rig. One of the best guys on YouTube, yeah. Then the reason why I'm ready to leave this reservoir, because I mean they're all tiny guys at this point, and I'm just like, and I don't have nothing wrong with tiny fish, because you got to have them to have a good future, you know. Stay fishy. What's going on? There's another one. It is pretty nice out here for sure. It's usually generally a really nice area to live and fish and everything in between. Whatever might be in between. Nope. The road is closed to go up in there. I was headed there this morning. I got to the road, it's closed. So I didn't get to go up there. I did catch one nice trout yesterday here, fishing for crappie. I probably could camp here too, I believe. I would be happy camping here. There's another one. That's it. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm done. And you might ask me, why don't I switch to a bigger bait? because these little ones would just be still in my soft plastics and stuff. That's why. Let it go. And so, I mean, you gotta wager the risk to reward. If you're fishing and all you're catching is micros and not a lot of decent ones or bigger ones, then you don't want to throw a bigger bait, because what happens is you end up getting a bunch of soft plastic thieves stealing your baits, and you get irritated and mad and you're not catching them. So, and then you might catch one big one or a decent one out of the 200 small ones you catch. So that kind of what it boils down to is you measure up risk to reward, you guys. I know it's early. I know I'm getting off here early, which is the way it's going to be, because the fishing is just the way it is. I may go fish another lake. I may call it a day. I don't know. I'm just kind of... I should put more time out here, but I'm just not going to today. It is what it is. So I thought about turning around, but I'd already driven all the way up to almost Walton Lake. I wasn't going to turn around and drive 45 minutes back to back through Prineville, go to Madras, and then cut across and go another 2 hours out, or I don't even know how far Lava Lake is from here, from Madras, or from Bend. So, I mean, maybe someday I'll make it out there. I don't even know where Lava Lake is, so I could always just punch it into my GPS, I reckon. But 40 minutes away, huh? Gotcha. Still, I felt like that's a long run. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about going to Haystack and catching some of them big old largies, but if you want to go to if you want to go to Billy, I'm game to go to Billy. Paul, I'm game to go to Billy for a little bit. I could live stream again. I haven't got night crawlers in case if the bluegills are being a little picky. So, all right, you guys, we're going to get off this live stream, call it good, and maybe go live later on. All right, then I'll meet you there. I might stop and get myself something to eat because I ain't eating nothing today yet. So, all right, you guys, we're going to get off here. Remember to catch, kiss, and release a fish once in a while. It ensures a future fishery for everyone in this chat and across the world. Till next time, this is G-Man Fishing, and we are out. I can be there in the next 12 hours. I'm at work. See you there, Paul.